The Summer Olympics are quickly approaching, where all eyes will be on Paris. Here with a few page-turners featuring athletes is Rebecca Strom from the Mahomet Public Library. Welcome, Rebecca.
Thanks so much for having me.
Okay, I was totally engrossed with the Olympic trials, so I know a lot of people are counting down for the big games, and our books are inspired by athletes today. We've got some nonfiction, a little fiction.
Yeah.
What do we want to start with?
So we're going to start over here with an adult nonfiction title. This is called Life is a Marathon by Matt Fitzgerald, and the premise of this book is really interesting because the author, Matt, he's a sports writer, and he decides that he's going to run 8 marathons in a span of 8 weeks all across the country.
That's adventurous.
Yes, and so while doing this, he kind of interviews different runners and athletes and tries to figure out the answer to this question: why do people run marathons? You know, like, what drives us to want to do this, right? And so not only does he include stories from the runners that he meets on the road, but he's also doing some reflection on his own life and the impact that running has had on his life.
Wow, that sounds like a good read. And then next up, Inaugural Ballers.
Yeah, so this is a teen nonfiction book. So it is focused on the 1976 women's Olympic basketball team from the U.S. And it really focuses on how this team was really the one to lay the foundation for the rise of women's sports in all levels, not just like on the Olympic level, but on the professional level and even youth sports as well. You know, this was a time when women athletes were not really given much credit or even ignored, and so this really shines a light on how that team was able to push things forward.
Well, very good. And then up next, what do we have?
So kind of similar, although this is a fiction title. This next one is called Out of Left Field by Ellen Klages, I believe is the last name, and it's a historical fiction novel that's centered around this girl named Katie who really loves to play baseball, and she's the best pitcher in her neighborhood, but when she tries to try out for the Little League team, they tell her that girls aren't allowed. And so, so using kind of what she's learning in school about the civil rights movement, she kind of digs into the history of female baseball players and sets out to kind of prove to the town that women have always played and will continue to play baseball.
That's right. Watch out. And then we've got one final story.
Yeah, so this one is a super cute picture book. It's an informational picture book, so it follows a true story. It's called The Floating Field by Scott Riley, and this tells the true story of a group of boys who live on an island in Thailand that's built on stilts. And so the boys are watching the World Cup on TV, and they are inspired to build their own soccer team. But there's nowhere really to play soccer on their island, so they have to construct this floating field in their island village.
Very cool. Some great page turners here. You've got some fun things happening this month at the library. We've got some science.
Yes.
What's happening?
So this is part of our Family Fun Friday series. So every Friday in the summer, we have something fun going on at the library. And coming up on July 19th at 10 a.m., we're going to have a Fire and Ice science show with Absolute Science. So again, that's part of our Family Fun Friday series, and that one's going to be July 19th at 10 a.m.
Okay, and then it looks like we have one to look forward to the next Friday too as well, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. But then we're showing Finding Nemo on the lawn.
So we've had a series of movies on the lawn at the library this summer, and so our July movie is going to be Finding Nemo. That will be July 27th, a Saturday. The movie starts at 8:30, but we'll have Ice Daddy's ice cream truck, as well as some yard games out like around 7. So if you want to come early and hang out.
And these are all free events. I mean, minus having to pay for your ice cream and such.
Yeah, no, all free admission. You don't need to register. You just show up and have fun.
Very good. And then maybe you'll check out one of these page turners that we talked about today. Rebecca, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, if you want to learn more information on these books or the upcoming events happening at the Mahomet Public Library, we'll connect you over at our website, ciLiving.tv.